Hi Max, how are you? I'm Nelia Rios from Argentina, and I want to tell you that it's amazing for me to talk with you because I think making a series with a beer that doesn't exist, it's incredible. And also, we saw season one that has a perfect reception on people. Coming back after that great reception, did you feel more pressure or more freedom for season two?
That's a really good question. I don't know if I've been asked that before on this tour. Um, More pressure or more freedom? Probably a little bit of both, right? I think there was certainly a bit of pressure in that I think everyone felt of like, oh, we really want to live up to it, especially after reading the scripts for season two and seeing that like they are very different than the scripts for season one. Like the premises of all the episodes are much bigger and much more far flung and ridiculous. And so I think there was a sense that I had on set anyway of like, we're gonna do our best with this, and I really hope that like the cartoonishness doesn't go too much, or if it does, that it still remains grounded enough that people are going to be able to enjoy it. But the freedom came from that exactly as well. Like when you are telling such cartoonishly large stories, there's a lot of room to do ridiculous things when you're there on the day. Like I remember it was very sweet. Scott Grimes, who plays my dad, texted me the other day about a line that I have in the D&D episode where I very excitedly say, piss is mostly water. And the particular delivery of that line, I don't know if I would have been comfortable going that big with it had we not been in such a cartoonish situation.
Well, exactly talking about cartoon situations, were there any new technical challenges this season? Did physical scenes with Ted get more ambitious?
I think the technical challenges this season, I can't speak for the VFX team about what was actually hardest for them, but I think the technical challenges this season didn't have as much to do with the bear as they did with the other stuff. Like the D&D episode, the VFX in that were like truly incredible. Like so much of the stuff, and like technically also like the hair and makeup team and the set design team, it wasn't just like post VFX. Like everything on that episode was incredible. The practical sets, the practical effects, the fire, the lightning, the forest, like the fact that we flew in dirt from I think Wisconsin to like put on the ground of the soundstage for the forest set. Like everybody I feel like turned their game up to 11 for the D&D episode in that way, technically. And so it was just incredible.
And now we can talk about Sean. I think that he grew up this season, uh, but are we going to see him following Ted's decisions, or he's going to take his own decisions?
I think it's neither, right? I don't think he's making his own decisions, and I don't think he's following Ted's decisions. I feel like the older they get from the time we see them at the end of season two to the time we pick up with them in the first movie, they just get closer and closer together until they're like almost the same person, and they're so enmeshed, and they're making all these decisions together, and that's what's so horrible, and why Mila Kunis's character is so pissed at John in the first movie, is that they're tight, they're codependent like that.
I want to tell you, I love that answer. It's perfect. And but about Sean and also about his relation with Ted, what will surprise the fans this season?
What will surprise the fans this season? I think there's a lot that's going to surprise the fans this season. The writers do a really good job at keeping you guessing. Like even if you manage to like predict sort of like the flow of how things are going to go, like the jokes are always quick, they're always witty, like they always come at you from a place where you don't necessarily expect. With Ted specifically, what are people going to be surprised about? I don't know. There's like it was in the trailer, the moment where he's like running down the road with the giant purple dildo strapped to his crotch. Like, I think that's pretty good. Even it surprises me every time I see it, especially from like an animation perspective, because the bear looks like they both look real. The bear and the dildo both look real in a way that doesn't break your immersion with the show.
Oh, I want to see it complete now.
Yeah.
That put me anxious to see the season.
Yes, please.
And about Sean and his life, he has a family that it's so special. We are going to say it like that. What would you say is Sean's most human or emotional moment in season 2 with Ted and with his family?
With Ted, weirdly enough, like one of the emotional moments is in the episode where we go on a date with those two older women, where I get like very like legitimately angry at him for not coming home last night and bringing beer, and instead he was making out with Blair. But you know, I don't know that at that point. And I think with the family, like there's the moments where we come in and try and help Blair in the abortion episode for sure, and there's the moment, I mean, not the moment, like the entirety of the last episode of the season, I feel like is all based around this real, genuine fear that his dad's gonna die, which I think is a very human, emotional thing for him, for sure.
And uh, do you think that this season is going to change how people see Ted and his relation with Sean?
Do I think it's going to change how people see Ted and his relationship with John? No, not at all. I think it's going to be more the same, absolutely. We're not reinventing the wheel here. We know exactly what works about the relationship between these two, and if anything, we're just amping it up even more.
And about we knew these characters on the movies, then about the series. And have you ever talked with Mark to connect the character?
Nope. Never met him, never been on the phone with him, never talked about it, never texted, no emails, no telegrams, nothing.
And now talking about Max, you started in this industry very young. We all remember you from Parenthood. What does a character like Sean Bennett bring to you at this stage of your career?
That's a really good question. I think there's like levels to which like you want to be engaging with different aspects of this job, right? There's times where you really want to be like sitting in like your like heavy like serious actor bullshit, and not bullshit, but you know what I mean, like you really want to be like grounded deep in that serious like dramatic stuff. And then there's times where you want to flex those other muscles like comedically, which still requires you to be like grounded and present in the moment, but it can just be like a completely different experience day to day. I think at this stage in my career, it was something that I needed. I really needed this opportunity to like stretch these muscles and relax into a role much with problems, I would say much lower stakes than a lot of people's. And being able to find the stakes that matter to me within those low stakes moments was really helpful as an actor as well. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna want to do moving forward, but it was really nice to have this experience with John.
So can we say it was a liberating moment for you to do a comedy that is so physical and also politically incorrect?
Liberating, yeah, for sure. I mean, here's the thing, like I don't count Ted as like way more politically incorrect than a lot of other things on the air. I mean, And you know, I find myself often taking umbrage with the characterization of comedy as like being politically correct or politically incorrect, or this makes it funny or this makes it not funny. Doesn't matter. Like there's so many really like amazing like quote unquote clean jokes, and there's horrible politically incorrect jokes that aren't funny at all. Like it's not a matter of subject, it's a matter of taste and skill in these things. So I found it particularly liberating to do a comedy at all, but there was nothing about the subject matter that made me think, "Oh man, finally I can tell a dick joke. I'm not being censored. Like it's fine."
And can we talk us about season three?
I mean, here's the thing. I wouldn't be allowed to, I'm sure, even if I knew something, which makes it even luckier that I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing. You know as much or likelier more than I do. I would love to do a season 3, and I know a lot of the cast, pretty much all the cast, feels the same. But we'll just have to see what they want to do with us.
And if they concrete another season, can you tell us what do you imagine about Sean?
What do I imagine about John? Well, I mean, like, if you've seen season 2, if you've seen the end of it, you know that there's a plan for me to like get huge and jacked and swole. So maybe at the beginning of season 3, we pick up either with that having already happened or with a joke about why it hasn't happened yet. Something like that.
I love that. I want to tell you that I love that. And now to finish, I need to know about this season in only 3 words.
This season in only 3 words. That is so tough. People keep asking me that. I mean, the easy answer, right, is talking teddy bear. There's like surprisingly more piss. Um, uh, uh, a floppy purple dildo. There's a lot of ways that I could go with this. Talking teddy bear, I feel like, is the answer I gave in season 1, and that's still what we're getting.
Perfect for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.